The Initiate's Path, A Structural Journey of Self, Part 2. The Initiate's Path, A Structural Journey of Self-Introduction. This is not a path of accumulation. It is a path of honest alignment. Part 2. The Descent and Recomposition, where inner gravity returns and coherence restores, and the return and quiet authority, where you re-enter life from a different center. There are no shortcuts. There is no performance. Only the quiet necessity of becoming who you already are. Are you ready to walk it? The descent when there is nowhere left to hide. The descent is not a fall. It is gravity returning. After unlearning strips away distraction, you are left alone with what has always been there. Unprocessed fear, buried memory, suppressed instinct, unexamined desire. What the descent actually is. The descent is contact. Contact with the parts of you rationalized away, the behaviors you dressed up as circumstance, the wounds you called strength, the instincts you learned to suppress to survive. This is not self-hatred. This is self-recognition. Why it feels dark? It feels dark because you removed the light you used to avoid seeing. You stopped narrating your experience. You can no longer outrun your inner state. The darkness is not evil. It is unlit territory. Most people confuse this with regression. It is actually integration beginning. Meeting the shadow without myth. Forget the romantic language. The shadow is not a demon. It is disowned information. Patterns emerge. Control where there is fear. Withdrawal where there is shame. Anger where there is grief. Perfection where there is abandonment. The fourth initiatory test. Here is the real test. Can you stay present without self-punishment? Many fail here by turning insight into self-attack, confessing without integrating, performing healing to feel virtuous, chasing catharsis instead of coherence. Initiation requires honesty without cruelty. The nervous system, reckoning. This stage is lived in the body, not the mind. You may notice fatigue without explanation, emotional waves without story, a need for stillness, heightened sensitivity to environments and people. Your nervous system is recalibrating from survival to presence. This is slow work. There are no shortcuts here. The hidden gift. If you do not flee the descent, something subtle happens. You stop being afraid of your inner weather. Nothing inside you feels foreign anymore. Nothing needs exile. This is where self-trust is born. Not confidence, but familiarity. The descent does not weaken you. It ends the civil war inside. The recomposition. When what survived begins to organize itself. Recomposition is not becoming someone new. It is what remains arranging itself honestly. After the descent, there is no rush, no declarations, no need to prove recovery. Something quieter happens. Your inner systems begin to self-align. What recomposition feels like. There is less drama, more gravity. You may notice decisions getting simpler, your no arriving faster than your explanations, a reduced tolerance for chaos, energy returning without force. You're not happier in the loud sense, you're clearer, and clarity is stable, identity without performance. Here's the major shift. You stop constructing identity and start operating from signal. You no longer ask, how does this look? How will this be received? What should I say? Instead, you feel alignment or misalignment instantly. You move accordingly. You don't negotiate with inner resistance. This is not rigidity. This is internal coherence. Discipline changes. Meaning, discipline is no longer self-control. It becomes care for your nervous system, respect for your attention, protection of your time, alignment of environment with capacity. You stop forcing habits. You design conditions. Recomposition is ecology, not willpower. The fifth initiatory test. This test is subtle and dangerous. Can you let go of the struggle identity? Many people secretly miss the pain that made them interesting, the chaos that gave them a story, the wounded self that earned sympathy. Initiates allow stability without guilt. No drama, no performance, just function. The body tells the truth. First, before your life looks different, your body does. Breath deepens, sleep improves, hunger normalizes, movement feels natural again. This is how you know recomposition is real. It shows up physiologically. Quiet authority emerges. You begin to carry weight without effort. People may say, "You feel different. You're grounded. You don't react like before." You are no longer trying to be right. You are rooted, authority without announcement. Recomposition is not healing. It is coherence restored. The return, re-entering the world without surrendering yourself. The return is not going back to who you were. It is moving forward without needing distance. You don't announce it. You don't explain it. You simply re-enter life from a different center. The world hasn't changed. You have. What the return actually is. The return is integration under pressure. You bring coherence into conversations that once triggered you, systems you once tried to escape, environments that once drained you, not by fighting them, not by fixing them, by remaining intact within them. No need to convince. One of the clearest signs of the return. You stop trying to wake people up. No evangelizing, no correcting, no proving depth, no defending your path. Your presence carries the transmission. Your nervous system sets the tone. Those who are ready feel it. Those who aren't don't notice. Relationships reconfigure. Naturally, during the return. Some relationships deepen without discussion. Some fade without conflict. Some stabilize at a new distance. You no longer chase alignment. You recognize it. There is no resentment in this. Only accuracy. Function without fragmentation. You can now participate without dissociating. Contribute without overgiving. Engage without abandoning yourself. Work becomes cleaner. Boundaries become quieter. Rest becomes non-negotiable. You are no longer protecting your peace. You are operating from it. The sixth initiatory test. This test is rarely named. Can you live simply without feeling invisible? No crisis, no intensity, no constant becoming. Just presence, just execution, just being where you are. Initiates pass this test by refusing to perform enlightenment. The world feels smaller. And that's good. The world doesn't feel overwhelming anymore. It feels legible. You see where to act, where to wait, where to withdraw, where to commit. Energy is conserved. Attention is precise. This is maturity. The return is not re-entry. It is residence. The quiet authority, when nothing needs to be said and everything is felt. Quiet authority is not a role you step into. It is what remains when nothing inside you is asking for permission. There is no arrival moment, no title, no recognition ceremony. Life simply stops pushing back. What quiet authority looks like. From the outside, it's almost invisible. You speak less and land more. You move slower and arrive faster. You choose without narrating. You exit without explanation. There is no performance of certainty, only accuracy. Power without display. Quiet authority does not persuade. It does not dominate. It does not convince. It stabilizes the field. People feel less urgency around you, less need to posture, less chaos in conversation. Not because you manage them, but because you are managing yourself completely. The end of inner negotiation. This is the true marker. You no longer bargain with yourself. No, just this once. No self-betrayal disguised as kindness. No chasing validation in subtle forms. Your yes is clean. Your no is final. Your maybe is honest. That's authority. You become a reference point. Without trying, you become someone others check themselves around. Someone whose silence carries meaning. Someone whose presence recalibrates rooms not feared, not idolized, trusted. The final initiatory test. This one never announces itself. Can you hold authority without identity? No savior complex, no martyr story. No need to be seen as deep, healed, or evolved. You let your life speak, and it does. What you now understand, you see clearly now. Growth is subtraction. Wisdom is timing. Power is containment. Freedom is internal coherence. You stop chasing expansion. You allow depth. The path continues, but differently. There is no next stage in the way there once was. From here on, learning is situational. Teaching is implicit. Influence is indirect. You walk among people, not above them. But you are no longer pulled by the crowd. Quiet authority is not control over others. It is self-governance made visible. The initiate's path, a structural journey of self. The path does not end. It settles. You have crossed the thresholds. You have descended and recomposed. You have returned with quiet authority. There is nothing left to prove, nothing left to perform, only coherent presence in an unchanged world. Thank you for walking this path. May your life speak, and may it be heard by those ready.